Yo, what's up? This is Way to Death versus ETA, which is the other semifinals. Game one is already being played. Oh yeah, let me call Chris really quick. He'll come and join us. Well, in a little bit. Anyway. We just lost. Well, boom, we learn from this tourney and come back in the next one. I'm not sure if I'll even play another one, to be honest. Alright. Don't know about that. Hello, Chris.
Hey.
Nice rubbing it in, man.
You know I love more than you.
Yeah, it's okay. Honestly, they practiced a lot more than us. They should win. They should win.
Yeah,
Like,
they practiced a lot, and they got out of the like stuck mentality they were in before. You know, they drafted the same thing against you guys 3 games in a row the last time you played them in tournament. This time they knew what they were doing. They had lots of strats. They had lots of plans. You guys didn't see that Invoker coming at all.
No. Well, kind of a little bit because they used it in the scrim, but it's also just like it does really well. Hey, thanks, Team, for the sub. But it's just one of those things where, you know, I kept egging everybody on, like since the last tournament, and they were like getting mad at me, and then they asked like, why am I constantly like annoying everybody that they suck? And then I just told them I want you to practice and beat me. Because you shouldn't lose to me because I don't practice. And the only reason why you lose to me is because I know more about the game than you. But you should be better at the game than me. All right? Like, it shouldn't matter that I know a little bit more because you should just be better at it. And I think...
And honestly, more than you last tournament season knew more about the game than most of the devs. They taught us things about the game.
Right? And I wanted them to go and practice again. And I think it worked. I think they did. And they just... I mean, that... I honestly think that they baited us into that Phantom Lancer and they just had the Sven ready. And they were just... Cool, right? Perfect. They picked Phantom Lancer. Let's get the Sven going on. Sven and Sven just destroyed us that game.
Yeah.
We had nothing.
Yeah. It was good. And you guys didn't have like the lockdown or slows to kite the Sven either, so he got to go right click instead of caster.
Yeah. And I mean, they last picked him, and nobody, you know, like Sven isn't a popular hero. People don't pick Sven.
He's not popular right now.
Right?
It used to be popular, but he's totally fallen out of the meta.
Yeah. And you know, then yeah. Anyway, so we'll see.
What's the set count?
This game right here, I think Way to Death that's who's playing. Yeah, I think Way to Death won the first game. So this is game 2.
Okay, so this is game 2, and the set is 1-0 in Way to Death's favor. So ETA's tournament life's on the line.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and just check really quick. Yes. Way to Death won. It wasn't super close. They had Ancient Apparition, Vengeful Spirit, Sniper, Tidehunter, and Luna. Wow.
That's a really good team.
Yeah. While ETA...
Luna's a cool pick. We haven't seen much Luna.
ETA used Naga, Centaur, Juggernaut, Medusa, and Windrunner. Windrunner has been really powerful. Like, More Than You used her twice against us, and she was super, super strong. Something that More Than You does is they just spam invisibility, which is...
They do, yeah.
Annoying.
Also, Rutik from More Than You, I think that was his third... maybe fourth game. Like every single game he's played in tournament today so far, he has played Centaur War Runner.
Maybe we should ban Centaur so he doesn't have a hero he knows how to play anymore.
Yeah. Even just to break the spree, because he's at this point he's just been mono hero. He's not thinking about anything but that Centaur.
Yeah, something I think
he plays a really good Centaur though. I like the way that he positions himself for stomps and stuff. He uses high and low ground really effectively.
Like, I'm not sure about this, but I think actually we brought the Centaur into the meta because like last tournament everybody was all about the Abaddon, right? But then we were like, well, we can't have Abaddon here, he's banned out, but Centaur kind of does the same thing, right? And then people were like, oh yeah, actually, and he has a stun. So then people, I think like we picked Centaur and we won with it, and then people started picking more Centaur, and now Centaur is just super popular. Because before that I didn't really see him at all. Anyway, so if Way to Death wins this game, we're gonna have the super secret, super special announcement afterwards. I even prepared a cool video for it.
Yeah.
And
super secret, super cool. Ooh, Slardar! I love Slardar.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking a lot about Slaughter.
Yo, yeah, I know. Slardar's really cool because we saw him in like one match recently, and he's really good.
Yeah, he can definitely do a lot.
Great hero, and he is ridiculously unpopular.
Something I think is people are starting to realize that like the super early farming isn't as important anymore, and the super early aggression is just a bad strategy. You know, the first game we played,
more than you still running super early aggression.
But not the hyper aggression we had like on the old map and such. Right, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah, I mean old map was just crazy, but like they were 3 or 4 men rotating on you guys most of those games.
Yeah. But anyway, Vengeful again. Luna, Vengeful, and then Wraith King. That's a lot of auras. Relying on that a bit, it seems.
It is. Their aura stacking. It's also a lot of post-mortem damage.
But yeah, so
this team doesn't really care about having a couple of their heroes burst down, because between Wraith form and the silly Venge stuff.
So also, if ETA wins here, then there's going to be another game, and then we have the super secret special announcement. But at most, it's going to be 2 more games.
Yep. So ETA fighting to tie up the set with their tournament lives on the line.
Yes.
So what do we think this last ban will be?
So, something you see a lot with Oracle is the Huskar. Huskar is also still in the pool. And he did get his late game buffed recently. You know, the Burning Spear now does pure damage as something really...
TA ban, I dig that.
Yeah,
I think I would ban big stuns here, though, because the Radiant team is actually pretty severely locking, like, team fight lockdown.
They ban
out the Anti-Mage.
Why?
But that way they don't have a hero that can just be immune to Luna.
But they don't have that anyway. Got Viper.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you just break away the passive. Anti-Mage isn't even good here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Drow Ranger.
Drow? Interesting. I wonder what role Drow will be played in. Drow is a very versatile hero.
Yeah, they're just stacking auras like super hardcore.
Oh yeah, that is another aura. Wow, this is an aura stack team. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So we have an aura stack strat. I like this. This is fun.
And I mean, like aura stacking, if you have 2 heroes, I mean, that's not even really stacking, you just have 2 auras, right? If you have 3 heroes, that's kind of like, oh, okay, but I guess you just kind of... 4 heroes, that's a strat, right? Like, you are stacking auras.
Mine was loading Warcraft 3.
All right, well, we'll see how this goes.
Who's playing what? Because a lot of times that tells you the roles that they'll be played in. Supreme usually plays carry, right? So I think we're going to see a damage Drow.
I'm honestly not sure who plays what. I gotta admit. I know Defense of the Autists, what he likes to do is pick Spectre and Pups and grind them more.
Yes, yeah. Defense of the Autist and Larnell are known as 2 of the best farmers in OAA. They don't help your team early game. They just farm, and they farm, and they farm, and they farm. And then they come out of the jungle 3 levels higher than everyone else with double their net worth.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. There's also always the question, like, with corner creeps, right? I feel like the Radiant side doesn't really have a hero that is very good at killing corner creeps right now. And I think corner creep farming at the current, like, in the current meta game is... essential.
Yeah, it's super important.
It's one of the reasons why Troll Warlord is so good. Like Troll Warlord and Ursa. And,
I love the resurgence of Ursa.
Yeah.
Pretty much just entirely because of corner creeps.
Yeah, corner creeps, and people have started to realize that Ursa ultimate can actually have like a 1-second downtime.
Yeah, which is pretty ridiculous.
And then you're essentially like, I don't know, like 85% of the time Ursa has 80% status resistance and 80% damage reduction. Turns out that's really difficult to deal with.
Turns out. Ooh, quick smoke on the dire side.
I want to get those runes. People like rushing the runes. Like oftentimes it means you can get like a few more health potions on like one hero. I imagine a troll will probably just get some stuff. Or not. No health potions. I think whoever is like the base farmer should always grab like 2 or 3 health potions and then just kind of like use them in the duel, because you don't need healing as the base farmer anyway, because you just sit in the fountain.
That's fair. But would you rather have another slipper or two?
No, it's just not that important. And honestly, winning the first duel is pretty nice. Like, if you win the first duel, you actually get a pretty significant head start. Like, you can get a kill. It can be, you know, like 300 gold or something. And if you use 2 health potions for that, it's totally worth it.
I mean, so the last game that you guys played, you got 5-0'd in the opening duel, and they ended up with a 600 gold lead because of it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
it's 600 gold. It's nothing to scoff at, but like, it's not that much.
In the early game, you want every little bit you can, right? And oftentimes with those 600 gold tend to not be split up. Those 600 gold tend to go on like 1 or 2 heroes, which means that
that's true. That
one
makes
or 2
a really
heroes,
big difference.
Yeah, 1 or 2 heroes get to start with, you know, like an additional health potion for farming, or they get to start with you know, like what's it called? A Wraith Band, right? And a Wraith Band can just make a difference. Like, if you just have 1 more Wraith Band than you usually would. So I actually think the first duel is pretty significant. It can just really help you accelerate. But Troll is not actually going for corner creeps.
Definitely value the first duel a lot more than a lot of the other teams do. Definitely more than you, like, they try hard on the first.
They always pick teams that are really good at it. Although here... yeah, no, they totally destroyed them, right? Like, it wasn't even close. So, yeah, again, they just have a team that's good at the first duel. They also have these 4 heroes just, like, clumped up, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, they like to rotate as a group.
They ran.
We see ETA rotating as a group, but they get caught out. It looks like Milkshake separates from the group. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, there's some questionable skill build decisions there on the Radiant side, with the Vengeful Spirit not having stun at level 2. But despite that, they just have just have so much power.
This is the build. This is the build for support roaming. Venge.
You need stun. I'm sorry, the aura is just not that important. 12%, like right now on 44 base damage. What's 12%? Is that 4 damage? Do you really need 4 damage instead of a stun?
It's a 10% increase in damage.
Yeah, but the stun is, what, 100? And a 1.5 second stun.
But also, it has to do with who you're rotating with and stuff. You know,
yeah,
it's a bunch of damage for everyone around him.
It does definitely help.
You definitely max Wave of Terror. That's unquestionable. You max Wave of Terror first.
I have no problem with that. I always think that a Vengeful Spirit should just get a point into stun, like
the 1 point wonder.
Just get a point into stun. That's really, really good. Right, and with the 4 heroes, they're actually able to clear out these camps super quickly. It's a little bit odd that the Viper's running with them. I think the other 3 is really neat, because those 3 combined, like, each individual hero doesn't have super much clear potential, especially since the Luna is not actually going for the W. But combined, they're very, very good. Viper, however, is really good at clearing camps. He doesn't need any help at all. So I find
he doesn't need to be with them.
Yeah, I find it a little bit odd. Because, like, what I think is, like, a very important part of the meta right now is the ability to just distribute farm and take out these big camps. Like, if you take a look at this right here, like, where ETA is right now, they have found this, like, stack of big creeps right here, and if they were just a little bit quicker about clearing this, then Way to Death would have lost out on a lot of money right here. But they're coming in to defend it, so that's good. No, they're kind of just pushing them out, which is nice. Meantime, Troll Warlord... Actually, no, it's the Phantom Lancer sitting in the back now. Troll Warlord is now finally going for the corner creeps. He's got 27 bottles.
What? I wonder if they're all just throwing their bottles onto Larnell. So that
you
Larnell
don't
can
need
just
those.
farm.
If you base farm, you get a lot of bottle drops, and you don't need them. So you just kind of
and then you can just... Once you leave the base, you then just have these.
That's what I tend to do. Or what I like to do is I just like to give them to the teammates. Right? You just base farm and then you just leave the bottles on the ground, and when people die, they go and grab a bottle really quick. It's just a little bit of additional healing for everybody. Now he's gonna go ahead and pull the Roshan to the base. This is also a very popular strategy right now. You can, like, if you sit right here, Roshan will not actually leash back into his arena. He will just sit there, and you can use the base healing to, as you can see, Troll can just kind of solo the guy. I mean, it would be a bit quicker if he had some help, but he doesn't really need it.
Especially Troll.
Yeah. Permabasher. On the other side...
Yeah, I'm excited to see some Permabash. It's gonna be cool.
On the other side, they're doing the same thing. They're not solo killing though. They've got 4 heroes. I don't really think that's a problem. Like, it's just important that you actually.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah, as long as you get the kill. My theory is use as few heroes as you can to get the kill in a reasonably timely manner, because it's actually pretty important to get it reasonably timely as well. Yeah. You don't want to waste one hero for like a minute and a half. That's terrible.
So this is where we can see the first like significant decision in the game, like how are they gonna distribute the farming boots. So it's gonna be 4 Tranquils and then just 1 Treads on the Radiant side. And then Dire side, we've got Treads on the Phantom Lancer, Treads on Troll Warlord, Magnus is getting Tranquils, Oracle is getting Tranquils, and Slaughter is getting Tranquils. So Tranquils, by the way, right now, they are, I mean, let's just be honest about it, they are a bit broken. They just give
at least tier 1 is completely overpowered.
Yeah. You can actually sustain yourself on the first level of Tranquil Boots for a very significant portion of the game.
Yeah, until the last tier. You struggle to afford the last tier. You can do every single other tier with just the base boots.
Yeah, so that's just the thing. But we are aware of that. It's something that's going to be changed going forward. It's just I didn't want to change that leading up to this tournament. But it's just everybody knows it, and that's why you see so many Tranquil Boots. Personally, I do think the Tranquil Boots are still a little bit overrated. Not in comparison to like TP Boots or Mana Boots, but in comparison to the ability to clear out camps really effectively. Oh, Phantom Lancer taking a lot of damage in this duel.
Yeah.
Nope, he's actually fine. The Troll manages to snipe out the Luna really quick. Gets himself another kill. That's a triple kill. Well, Larinel's doing really well. He's got himself the 2 Stackulus. It's also nice.
Love the double Stackula. It's great. There's really no reason to combine them until you're running out of inventory slots. Combining them makes the aura like slightly stronger, and that's really the only difference. The combined stats, I'm pretty sure, are all the same. It's just that the aura gives you a teeny tiny itty bitty bit more like armor. It's not significant. It's the item slot.
Don't think you should combine them unless you're 6 slotted. I found it a bit odd that Supreme did actually combine his, but oh well.
Yeah, combining them is still really popular.
Yeah,
I think it's an optimization and not a choice to not upgrade them until you need to.
Yeah. Blink Dagger coming out on the Magnus.
Of course.
Blink Dagger also coming out on the Slaughter, so they're going to have a lot of initiation there. And then I think it's interesting that the...
Ghost Scepter on Defense of the Oddest?
Oh, Scepter? On...
Luna.
La Luna. Oh, yeah. So I wonder if this is looking like a caster Luna, to be honest, not right click. Not too surprised by that. You know, they do have the Viper.
Yeah.
Never Toxin, minus magical damage, and then you already have Drow Ranger who does a lot of physical damage. I imagine Vengeful Spirit will actually go for some... Well, she's just going for Solar Crest right now. Honestly, I don't know if maybe with a team like theirs, maybe they just don't have to really build physical damage to be able to do a lot of physical damage. You know,
they've so many auras and so much minus armor.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to build a lot of auras as well. Auras aren't very popular right now. I mean, you hardly see a Soul Cross, right? Like, the only really popular aura, Shiva's Guard, and Shiva's Guard is like, it's not even like a team aura, right? It's a defensive one.
Yeah, I wonder if Wraith King will go for auras since he tends to be particularly hard to kill.
I am a big fan of Helm of the Dominator.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, Helm of Dom's so good. It's completely fallen out of the meta, and I don't know why. It's an incredible item.
I think people just don't really know about it, to be honest. But also, there's just a problem that metagame right now, it's just really... I don't know. When you kill somebody, you kill them either super slowly or instantly, right? And so Helm of the Dominator maybe not the best choice for that. Not entirely sure, to be honest. It seems like it would be a decent option.
Derpy pointing out that we did nerf the stats on Helm of the Dominator since the most recent time that it was super popular. So I guess people just don't think it's worth it anymore.
Did we?
I disagree. I think the attack speed aura is super duper good, especially against bosses.
Holy shit! It just gives +2 attributes at all levels.
That's not a lot of attributes.
That is still not
a crazy amount of attack speed, right?
Yeah, but it's supposed to give like +70.
Wow! They all just get exploded.
Okay, so I do want to make clear that Helm of the Dominator change was not intentionally made. No idea how that happened, but for some reason Health to Dominator just straight up does not give any stats anymore. So that would explain it. There we go. We figured out the secret.
Now we know.
Now we know. Let me put it on the list.
Oh, here comes the Luna ultimate. It's not that long though. It does get 2 kills pretty easily.
Yeah.
Nail just gonna run away. So we were talking earlier about how the Radiant team like convincingly won the first. It was Radiant team that convincingly won the first duel, right? Yeah. And then they were farming as a group, and that was really inefficient. By the time the first duel came around, ETA already had a 2,000 gold lead, despite not fighting during that time and losing the first duel. They were down a ton of kills, but still just continuously climbing in net worth. I think Way to Death is not farming correctly.
Yeah, I don't like it very much either. I think right now the most telling thing about how this game is going, and I think it's going in the favor of ETA, is just look at the experience, the hero levels. Right? Supreme is the highest level on the Radiant side, and he's level 17. And then the next highest is level 10. The highest level is 2 heroes on 19. Right? The Phantom Lancer and the Troll Warder, both level 19 for ETA. So they're just absolutely destroying them in terms of experience. Yes, there isn't as much of a gold difference, but that's exactly why I, say that it's important that you actually have, people with threats. Because you need creep clear, because you need experience. And Trankles are just not great at giving you experience. They're simply not. They will provide you with a lot of money, but you're not going to kill a lot of creeps. And you're not going to keep up an experience, and you need experience. So...
Yeah, I think Tranks are good on supports, and I think that they are also good on carries that have really natural creep farming abilities, because then you can still get yourself experience while just guaranteeing a ton of money, even if you're being somewhat starved out of the camps.
Yeah.
We've also been seeing a lot of Tranks upgraded Midas. That's been pretty popular this tournament.
Oh, I actually think that's a neat idea. I like that. I think Midas is a great way
So you make up with the downfall, I dig it. Midas used to be really popular, and then it just kind of fell off.
There's just a lot of items in the game.
There's a lot of items, a lot of strats, and the meta's always changing. The meta of this tournament's pretty substantially different than the last one. And that was like only a month ago.
Yeah. I mean, the last tournament was all about, getting like big combos and cleave. But, I mean, not to brag, but I think we figured out how to beat that in the tournament, and then we won the tournament, and then people are like, oh, you know what, this is actually not that good.
Yeah, that's how I describe how that tournament went. Was Way to Death and Worthing had a really specific strat in their pockets ready to go. It worked really, really well game 1 against you guys, and then you figured out how to draft against it, and they never adapted. They just never adapted.
Right, but now they had like
big Luna ultimate doing lots of damage,
and now they are adapting, and I really like it. I think they've been doing a lot of really cool stuff. Nice RP, look at that. Getting good, 4 of them. That's hella sick. They're now taking a lot of damage. That's 3 down. Wraith King, actually no, wait. The Luna's still standing strong. Vengeful finally dies. So it's Luna against Luna and the Wraith King against the Phantom Lancer. He does not have hard, which is actually very significant here, so he won't be able to regen up a lot.
Yeah, that does matter a lot, and he's getting constantly Radiance burned throughout this, and he has no way to counteract the Radiance burn. Although the Radiance is going to end once he ends the Wraith King, and the Wraith King doesn't have his ultimate, so...
Also not level 25 yet, so not 3 seconds on that doppelganger. Okay, wanna take bets? Like, who do you think is gonna win this duel? The level 21 Phantom Lancer that has double Skadi, both of them leveled up. Or one of these two, or like the Wraith King and the Luna. Which have a combined higher HP pool, but not by much.
So this is how I think it's gonna play out. Nail's gonna eventually kill the Wraith King. He's gonna manage to get him down. But during that time, the Luna's gonna get runes. He's gonna get all his mana back, and he's gonna get a double damage, and he's just gonna go kill the Phantom Lancer.
Okay, I disagree. What I think is gonna happen is Nail's gonna sit up there for 4 seconds. Then he's gonna throw down a Spirit Lance, which should probably be enough to already kill this Wraith King. And he's going to doppelganger down, and then rush the Luna with all of his illusions, and then Luna will get completely overwhelmed, stand no chance, and just die.
Yeah, upgraded Diffusal Blade. Oof.
Yeah.
Upgraded Diffusal Blade.
I think Nail's gonna win that.
I think it really, really depends on what runes the Luna manages to get before Nail goes and interrupts.
Well, what's the timer at right now? At 16, so she'll definitely get She'll definitely get regen. Does she get haste? How quickly does this tick? Like, how many ticks per second?
I don't even remember.
I have no idea, to be honest.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm pretty sure it's not one, so that I'm pretty sure it's significantly more than one. That way, it like looks like it's smoother.
I mean, it's clearly more than 1 tick a second.
Chat pointing out the more mana that Luna has, the more damage Nail does. So that regen rune might actually fuck Luna.
Yeah, and she just does not have any strong tools to deal with him. She might be able to hide a little while. If she gets haste, she might be able to escape and run away and kind of buy enough time to not get killed by him. But I find that...
Yeah, the level advantage is pretty substantial as well. Oh, wow. The Phantom Lancer hits for over 400 damage, and that's before Diffusal Blade.
I mean, this right here just shows how far behind the Radiant side actually is. Even though they're doing fine on kills, right? It's like, they're even ahead in gold, but I just think that the individual power on like Troll and Phantom Lancer is just something to worry about.
Yeah, and ahead in gold is very, very, very recently. If you look at the chart, Dire's actually been ahead the entire time. It's basically just this last couple of fights in this duel that's jumped a bunch of gold up for Radiant.
I also don't really like how the Radiant side is using the Viper. Viper is a hero that needs a lot of levels. And they are not getting those levels on him, right? Just doesn't have it. He's also building Radiants, which is odd. Especially since the Wraith King also got one. So I imagine one of them will build Lucians.
Oh, yeah, probably. I bet it'll be the Viper. Lucian's Viper is somewhat popular, but it's not usually first item. You usually build other stuff first.
All right, people are still asking about when is going to be the super special announcement. Super special announcement might be after this game if WTD wins. If ETA wins, there's going to be a game free, and then it's after that game.
Yeah. The end of this game, or definitely after the next one, if ETA manages to win, which ETA is looking really good.
I like the draft a bit more as well, so...
King Bacon asks, what if you can't reconnect? Does WTD win by default? No, if he can't reconnect, they just resume and play as 4. And he's not allowed to reconnect once they resume.
Well, I mean, could be not safe and load from this point if he can't reconnect.
Totally could. Yep.
Because this seems like
I just mean like if his computer broke, if he lost internet or something like that, you know? And you can't resume state with a stand-in because it's based on the players, so... Is Kindergarten still a team? Yes, they are, but they couldn't make it to this tournament. Same with Alpha Boys. There was another tournament with a higher prize pool for a different game that both of them are playing in. Or perhaps there's 2 different tournaments with higher prize pools, and they're playing in unrelated tournaments. Not sure. One or the other.
What a bunch of idiots. Not gonna win anyway, but he could win here.
Yeah, I'm excited for the major.
To
see... It's her, not him? About who? Yeah, I'm really excited for the return of Kindergarten. I hope they come back just as strong as they were last tournament season. It's super cool. Press 1 if you know Pawnin.
I mean, who doesn't know Pawnin?
I know Pawnin.
I know Pawnin. I don't even know why that was turned into a meme. It wasn't even that funny.
I don't know.
Like, to explain this incredible meme, somebody posted in chat and asked me if I know Pawnin, and I said, I know Pawnin. And that's it. That's the origin story, and that's it.
There it is. How a meme is born.
I mean... It's just... Okay, you know, I don't question it.
Check the Discord. Everything okay? Oh, that's Pawn in the disconnected. Hopefully... she will reconnect soon. Ponen's quality computer. Yeah. Ponen is #1 complainer of lag, so it's not particularly surprising that she's experiencing disconnects in a Phantom Lancer game.
Yeah, it's something we're gonna change. Like, Phantom Lancer creates a bit of lag because he has so many illusions that he can summon. Admittedly, it's not an OAA thing, really. Because we don't actually change how many illusions Phantom Lancer can summon. Most of the people have kind of 2 complaints about Phantom Lancer. One of them is that he can summon so many illusions and that it lags the game. And the other one is that the W has a 3-second cooldown. Now, neither of those things are OAA specific. Those are just things that Phantom Lancer can do in regular Dota as well.
Yeah, those are just Phantom Lancer. All right, we get the resume. Pana managed to reconnect.
But it's definitely something that we kind of like gotta look at.
All right, what does Nail do here?
Yeah, okay. Didn't quite.
Oh, Defense of the Odyssey walked off the high ground. Reset the charges.
Well, the Wraith King still got his ultimate. Well, there he goes. And yeah, Nail got this.
Yeah, that was decently close, though.
There's a gem in the arena just sitting there. Yep. Nice, they got it. I like
Fly
that.
the courier in to get it. Makes sense. Yep, I dig it.
Made sure that that doesn't just sit there.
This is the semifinals, and Weighted Death is up 1-0 in a best of 3.
So, we've got the Viper kind of just trying to get some levels. I think the Viper really needs to make sure that he actually... Like, the level 25 from Viper is absolutely essential for the hero to be good.
That's what makes the hero, really. And he's so good at farming. Like, he shouldn't be wasting his time with whatever the hell he's wasting his time with.
I don't know what he's doing here. Like, this is just weird to me. I guess he wants to help with the boss, but... First of all, Viper doesn't help that much with bosses anyway, right? Like, pure damage output is not his strength. Secondly, you have so much damage output anyway. You don't need the Viper to help. And you gotta go ahead and actually get these creeps. Like, I think ETA is just doing a much better job at actually, like, gathering up all of the creep camps and making sure they get that farm when they need it.
They are capturing the resources available on the map significantly more efficiently. Significantly more efficiently.
And you can tell, like, they are all around just higher levels. They've got more farm again. Right? And this is just gonna keep going. And now that we've got the Troll Ward at level 25, he's got his Battle Trance Dispels. I mean, that's not the most important thing, but it's something. For Phantom Lancer, -7 seconds Doppelganger cooldown, so the 3-second cooldown on that. And that's really important. Because, like, with the 3-second cooldown, it's actually very possible to start hard region in the middle of a fight. It's definitely an option.
Oh, wow, that was actually great damage coming out of the Drow there, but doesn't quite finish off the Oracle.
Well, the capture point is still just sitting there. We've got the Wraith King running in. He wants this kill. He wants this capture point. He's running out of mana. He's not going to have a resurrection here. Of course, he still has his aura from his Aghanims. Phantom Lancer continues using the Doppelganger. We've got the Magnus with the RP. This is a long fight right here. Capture points are going to become active in just a second. Slaughter goes down. Phantom Lancer still dancing around, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's not. He's going to drop eventually. So that's a stolen core by Radiant, right? I'm pretty sure Dark killed that boss.
Yeah, no, they definitely took that core. Yeah. They don't really have the resources to make use of it yet, which is a little bit of an issue, but I think it's actually kind of neat. You can see that they do have a lot of power, despite me, you know, it's like kind of being negative a bit with the fact that they aren't farming. Their team is still very strong simply by virtue of... Oh, it's actually going to be just straight up Radiance on this Viper. That's kind of interesting.
It's weird. So I guess it's got to be Lucian's on the Wraith King then, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, I would assume so. You don't want to get 2 Radiances. That seems a bit silly.
Yeah, definitely. So the Aura stack strategy might actually work out.
Yeah, I mean, it does add a lot of power to the team. Now, okay, here's something that I've been thinking about, and I wonder how broken it is, and I wonder if that's what the Radiant
they killed that Charger?
What's up?
What? Did you see how quickly they killed that Charger?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, there were 3 or 4 of them, and they one-cycled it in like a quarter second. It was insane. They just got all the minus armor on him and all those auras. Yeah. What was the strat you're saying Radiant might be going for, though?
Bubble Orbs.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of Bubble Orbs. As in, the Vengeful Spirit has got a Lotus Orb. You've got the Viper with a Lotus Orb. Alright, I assume that's probably gonna be it. But I've been thinking, Bubble Orb is actually like really, really, really good. And we have been...
it's wildly overpowered.
Yeah, we have been using it a bit. You know, like you can actually use it to counter Medusa, which is really funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure against you guys more than you had double bubble.
Yeah.
And they were bubbling Ravage. You don't get stunned from Ravage if you're in a bubble.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I was just wondering, you know, like what happens if 5-year-olds get a bubble orb and you all just put a bunch of bubbles everywhere and nobody gets hit by anything. Why is this Viper just constantly turning off his radiance? I guess he doesn't want to farm these camps. I just don't really understand.
The Viper is very confusing to me. I don't quite get what he's going for.
Like, it's not like he has that much money anyway. He's kind of running low on money, to be honest.
Come on, Ponin.
Oh. Wait, that's not Ponin. No, that is Ponin. Oh,
yeah, that's Ponin. I thought you knew Ponin.
We do know Ponin.
Yeah, hopefully she reconnects quickly.
Wraith King gonna hit level 25 soon as well. Level 25 from Wraith King is actually pretty important. You get access to that fancy Ravage. He might actually go for Lifesteal Aura. I don't expect him to, but you know, they are all about those auras. He does have an Assault Cuirass and, you know, the Lucians. Shiva's Guard. This is also more for supporting Luna, which is actually interesting. Drow Ranger with the 50% cooldown reduction. She now has permanent uptime on Silver Edge. What about... No, not quite permanent on the Bloodthorn. And the Nullifier is very close to permanent. So
I mean, 50% cooldown reduction, Doom. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm thinking about this Viper's build more. I don't think he's gonna do it because I don't think he has the item slots. But imagine if you went Mariah's Dagger.
No, don't imagine that. It's a bad idea. I don't like imagining that because he really shouldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, so to me the key to Viper is really your utility, right? You want to just stay alive.
Yeah, you want to stay alive. You want to apply your status effects. I think that's what.
So Mariah's Dagger, of course, kind of like kills yourself in that regard. Not necessarily the best choice.
Yeah, but like so all of his damage is magic. His corrosive skin gives him eventually 41% magic resistance. Throw a pipe on top of that, plus like the base magic resistance, and all that combined, he's gonna actually barely take any damage from it if you were to do that. But it would require 2 more item slots, and he's already upgrading most of the items in his inventory. So I think there's no way he does that.
No, he does. He's clearly not doing that. But there's also the other problem of Viper just not really doing that much damage.
Yeah,
even with Mariah's Dagger,
what this Viper's supposed to do.
Well, you just spam Nevertoxin and slow people. Like that's what Viper does. I mean,
even this Viper.
Oh, this Viper. I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know what this Viper.
I think what his plan is. This is how I see it. This is the strategy here. It's just to say we're gonna use the Radiance with the Satanic Core probably to give you a lot of health regen. It gives you just like an additional presence during fights. And other than that,
Radiant Satanic Core is really good.
And other than that, he does have just like regular defensive item. He's got a heart. I mean, obviously you want to get Aghanim's if you're playing support Viper. And then just a bubble orb, I assume, right? And then I imagine if you, with the Viper, you sit in your bubble orb, you've got your heart or regen crystal probably, and then your radiance ticking. Like that's probably a lot of healing, and you might be able to sustain yourself for quite a while. The problem there is just you're playing against Magnus, so he's really good at bot forcing you out of a situation like that. I don't know. And then you also got to ask yourself, is the Radiance Octarine Core healing better than just getting a Hex?
It is a lot of healing, especially against a Phantom Lancer, though.
Yeah.
When he pops the Satanic Core, he's just like gonna be immortal.
That is true. That's actually maybe the reason why they're doing that. So in regular Dota, I don't believe that Octarine Core heals off illusions, but I think in OAA it does.
Ah, I see. Yeah, Arkham mentioned the bugged, and I was curious what he meant by bugged.
And so I'm thinking that might be why, you know, you're going up against Phantom Lancer. There is going to be a lot of illusions. So with a bit of luck, you might be able to defend yourself. One thing I do also want to point out, I actually don't really like his talent build. He went for the 100 Viper Strike DPS instead of the 4 mana regen. I know that 4 mana regen doesn't sound very appealing, but it would put his mana regen from like 7 to 30. And that's pretty good. Especially if you're going up against...
Oh, because of all the percentage-based...
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically every item gives you percentage-based mana regen, so getting flat mana regen is crazy good, right? That's how it works now?
Yeah, it's also based on your intelligence. You know, your intelligence is a multiplier on the flat mana regen. So he's got, you know, Octarine Core, which gives a whole bunch of intelligence. You've got an Aghanim's, which gives you a little bit, and then just a natural growth. It's just a huge boost, actually. And... so I think...
And Viper does have mana problems. That's a thing the hero has problems with in this game.
And you're going up against Phantom Lancer, right? Like, it's very important that you keep spamming your abilities. You can't get into a situation where you aren't spamming. If you stop spamming, you stop being useful. And that's kind of problematic. Isn't it against the rules to abuse bugs, or is there no rule like that? If you added that rule to OAA, everyone is out, even accidentally. Yes, I don't think we can add a rule to make it so that people can't abuse bugs, because, welcome to Open Angel Arena. Wait, the bugs are the rules. I mean, that's not true. I don't really consider that.
You mean features?
Yes.
Poor Panin and her terrible computer.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. How do farming Tranquils work? So, Tranquils, anytime you move, I believe, 100 units, you gain a char, like 1 stack of Tranquil Boots. And once you have 100 stacks of them, when you attack a creep, you will instantly kill that creep and then get bonus gold. So it's essentially something where you want to be moving. It's something that encourages you to be active. And also, you know, you need to occasionally go and seek out a creep and get some money there. The reason why Tranquils are so popular right now is because the level 1 Tranquils just give too much money.
And of course, corner creeps are a huge buff to them as well, because being able to one-shot one just gives you a lot of experience. They still have Fool's Gold, and so you get reduced bounty on the base creep reward, but you get the full bonus gold. And the bonus isn't a multiplier, kind of like Midas, so the target doesn't actually matter. You can do it on an easy creep, and it's... yeah, you're only missing out on the efficiency of one-shotting a larger creep, and you're not missing out on any bonus experience or something like that, like you would with the Midas.
So something that, you know, like, we definitely have to change the Tranquil Boots going forward. I'm not sure how exactly we're going to do that, right? Something that I thought might be neat is we make it so the maximum stack of the boots is 200. But if you have 100, then it just consumes 100, and you can kind of like... so it makes it so that there's less this forced synergy or this forced efficiency where you need to be like 100% accurate on everything. Because personally, I don't think it's very... it doesn't feel very good when you have 100 stacks on the boots, but there are no creeps around. You're just desperately looking for boots. It seems like every step you take, you're wasting resources. And then if we make it so that the efficiency is easier to maintain, we can drastically nerf the amount of money you get. And then we have like a much better estimate of like how often people will actually get to use them, you know, because people will be able to use them more efficiently. I think it'll feel a little bit better, and then also you can continue using them as a farming tool. The Tranquil Boots were always meant to be good for heroes like, for example, Bounty Hunter, you know, for roaming supports. That's what they are for. We got a big 5-on-5 duel. Lots of illusions coming in already, so that's a little bit of a problem. They're going to be Oh, Oracle taking a lot of damage. Luna ultimate coming out as well. Phantom Lancer silenced off to the side. The second Luna is going to be dropped. Slaughter takes that. Magnus not able to get off an RP. He keeps getting interrupted, and down he goes. Troll Warlord standing in the middle of the Nevertox and not able to actually build a few stacks. Oh, Drow Ranger on the repeat. Activates the Lotus Sword. No, actually that's coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. Phantom Lancer takes a lot of damage. The Doppelganger out. Gonna try to take down the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful should fall here. Or maybe not. Actually, it seems like it's just gonna be a 5-0. Yep, just a straight up 5-0.
Yeah, their team fight's really, really potent. When all those auras get on top of each other, every hero is just substantially stronger than they usually are at this phase.
The big thing right there was actually the Luna ultimate, just stopping Magnus. Like, he had a reasonable RP. I wouldn't say it was, like, amazing. I think it was 2 heroes. But that's fine, right? Like, you take 2 heroes in an RP. That's reasonable, especially if you don't have any setup for it on your team, which he doesn't. But the Luna ultimate just kept cancelling it. And, you know, you've got the Luna now at level 25. She has the ultimate online. She has the Eclipse Lucent Ministan, so... It's gonna be nasty going forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's also just...
There's only 2 heroes left that aren't level 25. So, just about everyone's getting their final talents online. It's just the Venge and the Magnus that still need it.
Yeah. I actually wonder which one the Magnus is gonna get. I think you get the +1 second, right? You want that additional stun duration. So. I mean, Cleave ends up being a lot anyway. Like, the difference between 85 and 105 is not actually that big, but an additional second of stun is really nice. We have the Koffei online on the Troll Warlord here. I'm gonna go ahead and take down this boss really quickly. Slaughter, of course, now has the Corrosive Haste with the 20 minus armor, so that's gonna be pretty powerful. What talents does Slaughter have at level 2? Oh, Undispellable. That's kind of neat. I wonder if you can make a carry Slaughter work.
Yeah, I don't know. Slaughter was beating into the Venge during that duel and actually doing a shit ton of damage. On an almost soloed the Venge during that fight. And
I'm just thinking,
Venge like, built decently well.
Slaughter has 50 attack speed, which is a good talent. He's got 15% bash chance, so he's got a 40% chance to bash on the E. Which is really, really strong. And he isn't like Spellbreak or something. He doesn't have a bad base attack time. Okay, ultimate not really doing too much. The second one comes out. Slaughter gonna be cornered, taking a lot of damage. But they actually killed a lot of the Radiant side as well. It's just the Wraith King Illusions are able to just continue fighting for so long.
And then the Venge Illusions after.
Down. Oh, actually, he's healing. He's healing. He's got the lifesteal. It's not gonna be enough. He will die. Shiodar still standing strong, of course. He does have his ultimate ready. Phantom Lancer is here, but... You know, we've got additional TPs coming in. It actually gets
canceled. Get silenced. Silenced and killed.
So we've got Lucians on Wraith King. Nice.
Yep. Makes sense. I hope to see some pro toggling.
Yeah, I mean, he is toggling it though, which I love that. By the way, like, when Lucians was first introduced, everybody was only using it for healing, and nobody would ever toggle to movement speed. And then the health regeneration change happened, and Lucians, people were like, oh, it doesn't even give that much healing anymore because everybody has so much health regen anyway. And Lucians was declared, right? People declared Lucians as bad until they realized it has a second mode, and at that point people bought it a lot, but exclusively for the movement speed. And then eventually people were like, I mean, movement speed is nice, but is movement speed really worth an inventory slot? So people stopped buying Lucians only for movement speed. And I think now we're at a stage where people are actually ready to embrace both sides of the Lucians and use it both for movement speed and for healing, without there ever being any change to the item.
Yeah.
Oh, Laranel taking a lot of damage. He has BKB. He has the invulnerability from Oracle as well. Gonna try to take down the Drow Ranger, but she's still looking strong. The boss is in the middle of this fight, doing a lot of damage. Phantom Lancer lagging the game just a little bit with the wolves around as well. Oracle now silenced up. Getting beaten up by this Wraith King. There's a bubble orb. This is a second bubble orb. Everybody's bubbled up. But the Luna eventually manages to finish off the Oracle. Phantom Lancer just got a lot of illusions. He is trying to chase down Supreme. Supreme's taking a lot of damage. He should be dead. Yep, Supreme goes down, and he goes down properly. There's no Wraith King ultimate for that, or no Wraith King Aghanims for that. We're gonna dive in. Well, Nail is still just working on a Luna here, but he's the only one left, and is that really a good idea? The stun does not hit. He gets a very, very lucky doppelganger. Huge distance, and he's gonna be able to escape just fine. Boss is still alive, though.
Yeah, Radiant's gonna be able to clean up this boss. But maybe, probably. This boss is really hard to kill. Tier 3, nice and strong, got summons. It's hard to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit early for them. They... I guess actually... Wow, they actually killed a tier 4 already. They have level 5 Bloodthorn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ultra Warder gonna just murder Viper, yo. Rest in peace with that guy.
You were murdered dead, sir.
Yeah, Luna drops an ultimate. It does get a kill, but now she doesn't really have much left. She's gonna continue spamming her Q, but... Oh, well, Glimmer Cape coming out on the Drow Range. The Drow Range is dead. RP on the Luna, and she's just gonna get destroyed as well. Solar Crest, as soon as it comes online, ends that fight. There's still second duel going on. Jumper J, gonna be cornered. Goes down. Doesn't really stand much of a chance. Ponnen, now the only one left. But... not much you can do about that. You know, Ponnen just goes down.
My cats are like, why are you awake so early? This is awesome.
Alright. Well. Yeah, they're gonna be able to get Lucian's Longclaw now. As soon as they have the Solar Crest around. It's a pretty easy pickoff.
Yeah, all the auras and minus armor. The collective minus armor in this team's pretty substantial. And I love how you kill them and then they Wraith form and keep fighting, and then the Wraith forms die and they illusion and keep fighting.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's an interesting combo.
I imagine Wraith King will upgrade the illusions in just a second. And that's going to be actually a lot of healing. Like, the fact that they have that early tier 4 is probably going to be pretty significant.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
260 HP per second. Like, that's where max evolutions is still significant healing. Like, despite people acting as if it's not.
Yeah, especially since a lot of times people compare it to heart regen, which isn't fair because heart gets broken.
Yeah, or they compare it to Reaching Crystal, which is also not fair because Reaching Crystal only lasts 5 seconds, while this is constant on every hero on your team.
Yeah. If you think of the collective regen across every hero all combined, it's an insane amount of HP you can pump into your team.
No, you actually upgraded the Tranquil Boots first. That's reasonable. Yeah. With those kind of boots, you always want to make sure you have them upgraded as soon as possible.
It's just me. The game is lagging. The game is lagging.
Yes, a little bit. But that's because Phantom Lance is currently working on a boss down here. Got a million illusions.
Yeah, plus the high watermark of the number of illusions that have existed causes like permanent minor lag. So the fact that there's also a Wraith King and Avenge are making the Phantom Lancer lag worse.
Yeah. This is really something where we are not creating this lag kind of out of something we change from regular Dota, you know. It's the same numbers from regular Dota, but it's just why do you think that it does lag for OAA? Like, why do the illusions lag for OAA but they don't lag in regular Dota? Is it because the stats are higher, or is it because they give us worse service, right? Like, that's
they give us way worse service.
Yeah.
They have worse hardware and also a lower tick rate, so the back end is calculating things less frequently. So it has to calculate more at once as well.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. On the upside, everybody has dedicated service now, so that's good.
Yeah.
Alright, they're gonna go ahead and take down this tier 3 really quick. Nice dodge. Very close in there, but still nice.
Vinny, no. When he wants attention, he rolls around on my power strips because he knows that he gets attention when he rolls around on my power strips because I have to quickly stop him from turning off my computer.
I mean, is there a solution to that? I guess move the power strip. Alright, they're gonna go ahead and get themselves another tier 4 here. So, this is actually a pretty even game. So, I know it sounds a bit weird saying it's a pretty even game, while the Radiant side has a 200,000 net worth lead. But in OAA, at this stage, the net worth lead isn't as important. It's more about the cores, right? It's more about what upgrade level are you at. And also, oftentimes what happens is that a lot of this net worth is all on a single hero. So if we go look at net worth right now, you know, you can see the Drow Ranger is a significant portion of this net worth lead. Although it does look like the Magnus is actually falling behind a little bit. Yeah, Magnus is definitely not doing super well, so that might be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, he needs to keep those tranks going. Gotta make sure you're just more efficient with them. I'll be back 1 second. This is semifinals, yes.
Draw Ranger is also getting close to her max level, so she'll have access to the 280 marksmanship. Why is she not leveling up the Gust? I don't understand. She should have an additional skill point. There's no downside to leveling up Gust. It just gets better. That is a little bit weird. Okay. Well then, we've got the Magnus with the Solar Crest, the Shiva's Guard. Oh, Vampire Fan. Do we have any Coffee Face on the other side? Yeah, we have the Drow Ranger, but only the Drow Ranger. Okay. Seems we're going into duel. It's gonna be a big 5-on-5. Not Magnus. Troll Water just rushes in. He wants to go on the back line. He's got his invisibility. Just casual Silver Edge in his backpack. Goes there and kills the Vengeful Spirit. Next up is the Viper, but he's getting beaten up by Supreme. Oh, nice RP.
Nice RP.
They're gonna get them. That's 2 heroes down. It's just a Wraith King standing over here.
Look at this, the illusions. Drow got a post-mortem kill right there.
Yeah, that's the Wraith King Aghanim's, but it's still not gonna be enough. They'll get one, but that's gonna be it. Wraith King just standing there. He knows there isn't much he can do. And there he goes. So it's gonna be another core right here.
Great fight, showing no matter how far this weighted up team gets into the lead, this game's still on relatively even footing.
ETA can definitely do this. There hasn't been much fighting outside of duels. They've mostly been just kind of like taking it very farm orientated. So both teams are starting to get to a point where they are quite powerful. Now, I actually wonder who's better off with that. Because like, there is one item that I think defines the late game, and that is the elixir. What's it called? The sustainability elixir. It's so good.
It gives you bonus regen while stunned, is that what it is?
Yeah, so no, it gives you 50 health regen, and it gives you 50% damage reduction while stunned.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, if you think about what the Luna's ultimate does, it's essentially like a big AoE stun. It's not permanent, but it's just like, it's this constant stream of stuns. And that's something that, you know, like, basically makes it so that in those intervals, it's going to be really difficult to damage ETA. On the upside, on the other side, you know, you've got, well, if they go in with that, a big RP or the Slaughter Crush, well, that's just a straight up stun. You're gonna go ahead and take a lot less damage. But yeah, it's definitely an item that I think needs to be respected and it's quite powerful. Oh, they're gonna just go ahead and find a Drow Ranger here. Stun her up. She's got Lotus Herb on her and 4 staffs herself away. Magnus is dead. Oh, nice! Actually, Oracle keeping him going for a little while longer. Not sure how long that's gonna be.
On top of that?
Yeah, he should die anyway.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. He regen crystal.
Oh, nice,
Yeah. I mean, multiplied regen crystal heals you for a lot.
It does. But he did also take a lot of damage. It was actually not as, like, he only healed up to half, so he was actually pretty close to death right there. Alright. Yeah, Wraith King just continues running around here. All around everybody just has a million money now. And another pause.
Yep. Fortunately, no one disconnected this time. Just a normal pause. I'm really happy to remove Spider Boss.
How often do the other elixirs pop up? Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is this. We had a little bit of a theory that the hybrid elixir might actually be really good with Outward Devour, essentially adding 400 magic damage on every attack. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a core for that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's something.
I mean, late game you have cores to spend, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely always a very late game thing.
Guys, stop spoiling the announcement. We know that Bommy's pregnant.
Come on, man, I'm not that fat.
He's having my child.
Oh, well, that's now it's just getting weird. All right. That's a lot of cores on Milkshake here. So Magnus has just not got a lot of money.
Yeah, I think... So earlier we were complimenting ETA so much for the way that they were farming, and I think that they've gotten sloppy in this late game. They're not keeping their supports and their non-cores farmed.
Yeah. It's really weird. It's mostly the Magnus. Like, Magnus just doesn't really have anything. He's super behind on stuff. And that's also why you don't see any good RPs, you know? Like, he's just not... He doesn't have the resources to be able to really throw out a big RP because he just can't run into a fight. He'll just die. On the other side, you know, I've got the Venge here, and she actually got pretty much, like, almost everything maxed out. She's looking really healthy.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second so I can cough and blow my nose a lot.
Alright, we've got, yeah. I mean, again, this has just mostly been a very farm-based game, and, you know, a lot of these points have been made simply by killing bosses. And I'm not sure if that's gonna change going forward, right? Neither team seems to be hugely interested in engaging with the other. Which actually kind of leads to an interesting question, you know, how do we make the teams engage with each other? And that's something I would like to do eventually, is make it so that, because like, when we implemented capture points, right? Like I said, it was just an experiment, and that experiment was essentially to see if those kind of secondary objectives make OAA more interesting. And I do think they did, right? Like, at first, capture points were really, really relevant, but people then got better, and at this stage, the capture points are kind of a little bit late. By the time capture points come around, nobody really needs the cores anymore, so people don't really make a big fuss about it. But imagine if instead of the capture points, there was like a different thing there, and you got a different reward instead of just a core, right? What if the reward was that all of your poop wards are now properly invisible? And you get that.
That would be worth it.
Right? And then you're like, oh shit, well no, I actually do really want that, and I do really want to fight over it. So yeah. You know, or how about something like Roshan? Yeah, you know, like maybe a Roshan type thing. The one game I always like to point out is Bob Wars, which was that small little custom game that Squawky made that one time, that I think actually would work really well for that. Anyway, Laronel kind of gonna be running in. He wants to.
Oh my god, look how fast the Wraith King is.
Oh yeah, Wraith King.
He's so funny looking. He's 327 movement speed.
Oh, Supreme gonna push himself out. Go ahead and start laying into this. Ooh. Keeping the distance. Ah, the Luna ultimate. It's just too much, you know? Oh. That's a real issue. And the Radiant side wins another duel.
It's a lot of damage. Oof. It's looking tough for this ETA team, but I still think they have a chance.
They definitely have a chance. It basically comes down to like how well they can team fight in those big 5-on-5 final duels, because that's like the thing about the final duels. They're a little bit special because they're always 5-on-5. And actually, on that note, I do still think that we should make all duels 5-on-5.
I still disagree.
Anyway, different discussion. But the final duel is 5-on-5, and so we kind of have to consider that that leads to different style of gameplay. You know, we've got the Magnus with the big RP, and if he can actually land that, and 5-on-5 is going to be easier for him to land it on, you know, 2-3.
Did you notice the Vampire Fang?
On the Troll? Yeah.
On Troll? Yeah. That's cool.
It's risky. There is the Drow Ranger, and that she has a Coffee. I mean, you usually see a Coffee on every team, right? Or sometimes even two, as you can see with the dire side here. But you know, like, it's ballsy, and it can be really, really effective if you pull it off. It's a risky item, but it's very powerful if you manage to make it work.
Yeah, the biggest thing with it is you gotta keep getting those attacks out with the Vampire Fang. I still liked Vampire Tooth better as a name. Everyone made fun of me when I called it that, but...
I bet the announcement is that you finished Pepsi Sohei and we're trolling about it being super important, Kappa.
Game lagging like crazy because Phantom Lancer's doing literally anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah, because Phantom Lancer exists as a hero.
You bet an announcement that you finished Pepsi Sohei. We're trolling about being super important. No, it is super important.
Super important. It would be pretty funny if it was just Pepsi Sohei.
Wouldn't that be so funny if it was just Pepsi Sohei? But the announcement is super
because it totally isn't.
Totally isn't Pepsi Sohei.
It'll be really funny if it is.
Alright, cool. They got himself a boss there. Nail just got stunned by those creeps. Feels bad, man.
Alright. This is a really important phase of the game. Wrapping up your last couple cores. Look at everyone's items. Who has items left to upgrade? Or is everyone capped? Everyone might be capped.
Okay. Oh, big fight right here. Magnus actually gets a decent RP. He's taking a lot of damage though, and down he goes. Vengeful Spirit gonna be killed. Troll Warrior just standing in the middle of this. He's trying to fight. An interesting note about Troll Warlord is that while Viper's W breaks Fever, right? The way that actually works is that any Fever stacks he already has, he doesn't lose.
Yeah, he doesn't gain more stacks.
Yeah,
that's what the passive does.
He just can't gain any more stacks. So that's pretty neat, right? And that's something that allows him to just kind of maintain attack speed, even though he may already be in a situation where he doesn't really have.
Especially since Viper tends to disable most, like carries, because usually carries have some sort of right-click passive that makes them a carry.
Yeah. Man, that's so many illusions. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and kill the Vengeful Spirit here. Man, that Drow Ranger is actually really scary. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty impressed by the Drow Ranger.
I dig the Drow, yeah.
Didn't think she was gonna be like a big threat this tournament, and I was very surprised to see her picked at all, but she has done quite well in this match so far. And, well, I mean, getting close to the end here, potentially, so she's just been doing well. We also got an Abyssal Blade coming out on the Wraith King. So we're now getting to the stage where everybody's starting to drop boots and either get, Saint Yasha or something else. Does Drow Ranger even need boots? Like, does she just has a lot of movement speed because she has so much agility, right?
Wow, after all of that Nail beating up the Wraith King just gets swapped out. And then the Venge just goes invisible and runs away.
Yeah, both teams are just kind of running at each other now. Drow Ranger gets melted. Yeah, once we have the Corrosive Haze coming out from the Slaughter, it's just a bit too much. Alright, there's going to be another duel. If the Radiant wins this, that's going to trigger a final duel.
Yep, you can get up to 7 points from dueling.
Alright,
and 7 points are on the line this time.
Oh, good Shieldar running in. Goes for a stun on the Magnus, just kind of keeping the Magnus in place. Like, that's all he's doing. He got a lot of stuns already. Gonna go for another one. Right here, Magnus not able to do much, but Nail just runs in. The BKB is finally down. Healing coming out from Jumper J, but, well, no more BKB there. Right? The Luna ultimate is not actually able to do all that much. And while Luna throws everything she can, she just does not have that many resources. In the meantime, Troll Warlord I'm gonna start chugging away at that Wraith King. Wraith King dropping lower and lower and lower. And finally he ends up going down. And this is gonna be a dead Wraith King for sure. Drow Ranger just standing here. Now, one of the things about Drow Ranger... Oh, not Drow Ranger. Oracle. Actually, Oracle has a permanent disable. But not anymore. For now, he doesn't have anything anymore. In the meantime,
Arnold just leaving the Vampire Fang active for an incredibly long time.
Yeah, dropping very low as a result. And it's gonna be a one-on-one that the troll does not win.
Ooh, and see...
Is he dead?
He didn't
Ooh, close.
He didn't deactivate his Vampire Fang until way too late, so it was still on cooldown from being freshly deactivated, so he couldn't reactivate it for the fight with the Drow.
And, you gotta be careful of those, you know, you gotta activate them at the right moment. I don't know if Cyber Prank is gonna be... Oh shit, it's lagging a lot.
Ooh, yeah, it was a rough one.
Not sure Cyber Prank will be able to kill this Phantom Lancer. If he does manage to kill the Phantom Lancer, then that will trigger a final duel. But yeah, we're getting very close to triggering this final duel. Alright, gonna be a tie on that one. There's just so many cores just lying on the floor. Come on, guys, get some elixirs. You've got the cores for it.
Radiant's been placing the Vision Towers. That's the third one I've seen placed.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, towers need drastically more HP, by the way.
Ooh, I just saw an elixir on Drow. I think. Yeah, sustainability elixir on the Drow. They're getting ready for final duel.
What? It's only level 2, though. Why would you only go for level 2? You've got 3 level 4 cores just sitting in your stash. Yeah. They're gonna go ahead and just take down this boss, so that will trigger the final duel. There we go. So, if the Radiance wins this duel, well, the game is over.
Yep.
And if the Dire side manages to win, they take it into overtime, and they have another shot at it. But we have the sustainability elixir on the Drow Ranger, and in we go. Already instant split up, nice. Laranel is trying to run in.
But the Drow running all the way behind.
Drow Ranger.
The Magnus, and the Magnus is going to get nothing off. Oh,
no, Magnus is fine, Magnus is fine. He gets the RP, actually, Drow Ranger. No, she's not taking a lot of damage, but mostly because she's not being attacked. The elixir is not making much of a difference there. Vengeful Spirit already dead. They're gonna go for Jumper J. Jumper J should die. Jumper J is down. Troll is down. Slaughter is down. Oh, it's only the Phantom Lancer. And I think with that, ETA is going to be eliminated. And way to death.
That's it.
Takes it. It's gonna be a Russian versus Russian final.
All Russian final.
I think that's a first as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
Right. Okay, so, cool. Alright, chat. The time has come. The time has come. I've got prepared something a little bit. Chris, I'm gonna go join the other Discord, but I'm gonna mute myself first, and you should watch the stream, okay?
Okay.
Cool. Let me go in here. Mute myself. Is everybody ready? Well, actually, wait. I'm going to stop the recording here first. I'm going to make the announcement it's on recording.